Good morning, students. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So today we are going to start the next unit, and that is from second section. First section we have completed. On that one test also we have conducted yesterday. So 5 minutes we will give for that test, that what and how you have attempted that test. Many has not given the test also. So thank you for them that they have not approached to the test, and they don't bother about that, whatever it is going on in the class sessions, and they are not serious about this, all the online what it is going on. And those who have attempted, so even after so many instructions also, you did the same thing, that is the copy paste. So no one has put your own logic, or you have not even tried to just read out the PPTs or the videos, whatever we have shared with you. And again, just going on the Google, just put that title and whatever it comes in front, just note it down. So that is been observed. Even you have made a mistakes in the last test, that the even though it is asked for the assembly code, you have written the C code. So the same thing also I observed in this exam also. Even though after the same mistake you have repeated in this test, you just put the same C code. So why it is, I don't know. At least whatever you got 1%, 2%, so that you can put your additional your logic. You are having the brain with you. You can read it, you can understand the meaning of the wording, whatever it is been asked in the exam or the in question. Once one has did the same thing, so all others has done the same. That is copy paste. It's a very poor situation. So how you will get the marks, and how to give the ISC marks to the university, that is the question in front of us now. Even though it is as like that of open book test, but still you cannot find the answer, the correct answer probably. And you are just what we can say now. So just give some attention, be serious about this all, because as you might be knowing that the BE regular exams or the backlog has started right now. So your semester one is also going to be you supposed to give in this way, I think. And you're supposed to be ready for that. Don't take it lightly. In one night, miracle is not going to be happen. So for that, the practice, it is expected from your side also. Just we are trying as a faculty, so that is not enough to make you appear for the exam or get it successfully finish the exam and getting the good marks. So think on this. So other subjects, what you are doing, I don't know. I will just have a meeting with them now. what is the performance of the students, and those who are regular absent and not given the any single test. So definitely we will call to your parent. So anyhow, so whatever I observed in the MCQs at least, so many of you got confused, or in the last session we had discussed that the interfacing of memory, if you are remembering, and one question was asked in the quiz and that was unanswered, and we have interfaced the RAM, ROM, and both in a single snap. So the question was unanswered, and I hope that you search on the Google and all that how many ports are been engaged in interfacing. The question was how many ports are going to be engaged in interfacing with external memory. So one, two, three, four. That was the options, because total four ports are there for 8051 that we are aware of. So this is the one of the slide I just take in front of you, that for that many of you has written the two ports. So definitely if you are looking for a single memory also, okay, single RAM you have connected. So for that, if it is this 64 KB, so it will require the two port definitely, because 15 address lines, 16. It is 15, but total 16 address lines are required. So one port, 8 lines, another port, 8 lines. That is total 16 lines are required. That means two port definitely minimum it is required for the interfacing. Plus the RD bar, the WR bar. So these pins we have written, we have seen, but where are they? Are you seen? Have you seen on 8051? So they are the part of port 3. That is the read line, WR bar line. So they are the part of port 3. Just check it out. That means the third port is also involved in the interfacing with the external memory. So the correct answer for this will be the three ports will be get engaged while interfacing the external memory, that is RAM. Got it? So this will be the correct answer, because no one has gone for the correct answer. Once the first student has put the two ports, so all has written the same thing. So when this mentality is going to be changed, don't know. So whatever you got, whatever put your logic, even though you are wrong, no issue, but don't copy paste it at all. Don't ask the others or the just from the Google. You can search from the Google, no issue, but from that the good one you supposed to be choose, or the correct you supposed to be choose. So that logic at least you supposed to create in yourself. So for that, this I have prepared the line. Now we will go for the next session in this, the unit number 5. So if you have gone through the syllabus, so the PIC microcontroller. Now the question arises that okay, PIC microcontroller. So one of the IC also it is I have recorded in this particular slide, which is the exact model of the PIC controller, which we are going to study in this whole unit. And if you can just make a little zoom, so you can read out the controller number also. PIC 16F877A. So this is the number or the model of PIC controller which we are going to study in this unit. Below that you can see the symbol of that company also, who has manufactured this IC. So PIC is the microcontroller which is manufactured or designed for firstly by the company name microchip. So that's why this intentionally I put this particular IC here. Then let us go for the next thing, that is the contents of this unit, that is the syllabus for this particular unit. So only these points are included, but in each point so many sub points are there. Like that, we have gone through all such points for 8051, and now section second, it is dedicated with PIC microcontroller, that is the next version of 8051 family. That is few advancements and a few additional features has been added in this PIC microcontroller. So you might be aware, or you are familiar with that the ARM controller, Arduino controller, Raspberry controller. Yes, so like that only, it is the earlier version of this the Arduino and that Raspberry, that is the PIC. And it has its own it has occupied its own position in the market, fixed this PIC, due to its cost. It is a very low cost device which is available easily in the market, and for a particular use, like your what we can say, that is the uh, digital watch, the wristwatch, or the some calculators and small function arithmetic function devices, instruments. So in that, this PIC can be used as a main device, as a main controller. So the PIC has its own position in the market. Even though the Arduinos and the Raspberries Pi is there in the market nowadays, all are just listening and following the same thing. But this one is also very important. So that's why it has been included in this syllabus. So the contents are introduction, the architecture, the features, configuration word, and the instruction set. So this is what the in this unit we supposed to check out the basics of PIC microcontroller. And in coming units, that is in section 2, so the next part of the PIC controller, that is how it can be interfaced with which, how, so that we supposed to check it out. So for 8051, if you are remembering, we have used the kill and Proteus for the simulation. But if you want to just make a simulation, as this is the online period, so we are just doing the simulations and we can show it over here. So instead of physical, if you go for the simulation part, so for that, the microchip, that is that company, has manufactured the separate software for writing the code in the embedded C only. Assembly language is also okay everywhere, but nowadays, as a modernization has been done, and the easiest that the C programming is having the more impact on the this generation, so all are going to write the code in embedded C. The output of assembly code or the embedded C will be the same, but the syntax and all that, all has to just do a little study on that embedded C. Embedded C means C programming is there, only just a few 1% difference in that the syntax only. So all has to give concentration now onwards. That I hope that all are aware of the C programming, and now onwards for PIC we are also going to follow the embedded C program. Now the question might be arising that for 8051, sir, we have gone through the assembly code, now embedded C code. So no issue, no comparison like that. The 8051 also is capable of handling the embedded C program, as well as this PIC is also can be able to solve the embedded C code. So the easiness nowadays, the students are feeling that the to write the program in C programming, that is easy than that of the assembly language code. So due to that, they are more preferring. So let us go with that. The first bit of this unit, that is the introduction. So what is this PIC? Why the name is given PIC? So it is the PIC. So the pronunciation is becoming like that, the PIC. So what is it stands for? The PIC is that the, you can see here in this particular slide. So that is the first slide of this unit, that is the having the nomenclature of the PIC controller which we are going to study. And the number is PIC, that already on the IC we have seen 16F877A. So what does it mean? Each digit, each character, each alphabet, whatever it is there in that. So it is a combination and is telling something about that particular IC or controller. So PIC stands for Peripheral Interface Controller. Means the same thing. For 8051, we have seen the that controller. And whenever you want to connect the external peripheral, like the buzzer, the LED, or the counter, or the anything, that stepper motor, the LCD, so they are the external peripheral. So in this PIC, it is having the specialty of just interfacing these peripherals in a easiest way. Like in 8051, that is the comparison now I am doing the at a technical front. That is 8051 is not having the inbuilt ADC capability. ADC. We have seen that how this analog is going to be converted into the digital one. But here PIC is itself is having that capability. That is ADC. DAC it don't have. Only ADC capability this PIC has. So in the coming sessions we are going to see in the detail. So such that these are the few of the differences or the advances in 8051, and the name it is given, that is the PIC, Peripheral Interface Controller. Then 16 is, it is the series of that PIC controller, 16, 18, 20, like that the series are there. So that is decided by the manufacturer. Then F, it is stands for the flash memory. So it is having the flash memory with it, with which we can easily erase or easily edit the code whatever we have written into it. Again, the 877, it is nothing but the series, and the last character, that is it indicates, that is the A, it is indicating the advanced version of that the particular this PIC family. So this is what the introduction in a short of this particular IC which we are going to study. So microcontroller, this subject is having this much only. That is the first section, it is 8051. Second section, it is the PIC, and that is especially this 16F. Others are PIC are also available in the market, but they have chosen in the syllabus that is to study this 16F at 77A. So others also the similar to this one, only one or two differences will be there, like that the memory might be different and all that. Number of ports might be different. So that we are going to see in coming slide. So if you need. So if you are having the page paper and pen with you, you can write this one, because this information in book it is not there. So it is just collected from that for you, that as an extra, so that we should know that whatever we are learning, so what it actually means, what is the meaning of each letter or each digit. So for that only this particular slide it is been inserted over here. So we will move towards the next. So if anyone want to write this nomenclature, so you just put it. I will wait for 1 minute. Ashwini Wakmode, she is trying to enter at 10:58, but I am denying. Okay, go to the next slide. So here it is the introduction about this particular PIC controller. So PIC is a family of controllers made by microchip technology. This is the first sentence I also use for the this PIC. In this, program memory and data memory are separated. It's very important here, because that is also one of the difference between the earlier 8051 and this PIC. So you might be aware that in the first unit we have seen that there are two types of the architecture. Are you remembering that? So that is one of that the architecture, that is the hardware architecture, is it? So that is been used for this particular PIC. That means hardware is not architecture is nothing but the program memory and data memory separate. But it in 8051 it is the combinedly. So that was the difference, one of the difference between 8051 and this PIC. Data memory, it may be of 8-bit, 16-bit, and in the latest model it is of 32-bit data memory. So what is the difference between data memory and program memory? What is the difference? So data memory is used for storing or using the temporary data during the running of program or execution of program. And program means the actual code that is to be stored somewhere for fixed. That is not going to be changed anyhow during the execution of program. Got it? So that is what the program and data difference is there. Program instructions is also having the limitations, that is it may be the instructions having the 12-bit or 14-bit or 16 or 24 bits long also. So this is generalized, it is the introduction of PIC. It is not particularly for our 877A. But the PIC microcontroller PIC 16F877A is the most renowned microcontroller in the industry. So this statement might be before 10 years back, 1 decade back. Nowadays, all are just running behind that the Arduinos and the Raspberry Pi, and the next coming to the next Raspberry Pi, that is RISC-V controller. Because the advances are going in that, the new features has been added. Due to that, everyone is following the same. But it is also having the some fixed importance. So we are going to study here. The next statement is the manufacturer supplies the computer software for development. That is what we have used the kill software in relates to 8051. So here MP Lab is the software which is available on this the microchip technology manufacturer's website. So you can download from there. So like kill only this software is there, so that you supposed to install on your computer and you supposed to prepare for the hex file. And once the hex file is prepared, so you can use the Proteus for the simulation. That is what happening, how happening, so that you can observe by using the Proteus. So Proteus is mainly required the hex file, and the other components blocks it is already been available in the Proteus itself. So PIC microchips are designed with the Harvard architecture. That is what in second line also written the same. That is program memory and data memory is separate. So this sentence can be asked in the MCQs. So be carefully just remember for PIC. It is ideal for applications such as machine control application in industry, measurement devices, study purpose, and so on. So these are the few practical applications it is mentioned over here for the PIC. PIC has used the RISC technology. So that is also in the first unit we have seen RISC and CISC. CISC. So complex instruction set computing, and this RISC it is reduced instruction set computing. So this PIC is using the RISC CPU. That is the instructions. So the main difference due to this is this PIC is having only 35 instruction. Listen carefully what I am saying. This PIC is having only 35 instructions to write the code or to execute the code. And in 8051, we have gone through 111 instruction. 111 instruction. So that is also one of the again comparing point with 8051 and this PIC 877A. Got it? So this is what the all about introduction of PIC microcontroller. Now the next point comes that like that the 8051, what is there internally, which blocks are available. Circuitry we cannot study over here because that is having the huge number of components in that, and it requires the very detailed study or the knowledge of that the particular of each component. It may be having the CMOS component, it may be having the BJT component, it may be having active devices, passive devices. So how they are interconnected, how much voltage supply it is been given, how much output current it is giving, what are the specifications of each block and what is there in that. So that is a vast study. So at design part level that is needed, but for study purpose, that is which are the main blocks, internal blocks are there in this PIC. So that is expected from the student. So again you can just compare with that the earlier 8051 की त्याच्यात काय होतं, ह्याच्यात काय आहे, and in the same way की additional काय आहे. So this is the architecture of this PIC, which is indicating that इथं सुद्धा ऑसिलेटर लागतोच, परंतु ह्याची फ्रिक्वेन्सी वेगळी, त्याची पहिल्यांची वेगळी होती. So it is the what arrows, that is the here one thing we supposed to observe is that the arrows, हा जो arrow आहे हाला एकच म्हणजे वन साइडेड arrow it is, and if you are looking for this, so it is having both the direction arrows. So what is the difference between these two symbol? Yes, unidirectional and bidirectional, one way or two way. So that is what the instruction, or it can be transfer of the data depending on this particular arrow. So arrows are very important when drawing the diagram also. So just fast, I will just read it out that the oscillator is there. Two oscillators are there. Then additional here AD, that is I told that ADC. It is inbuilt ADC. For that the V reference it is required. So that is also given here. The CCP1, CCP2. So what is this? The capture, compare, and PWM. So two uh, modules are given for CCP. What is the use of them? That we will see. With addition to that, PWM separate one module is also given for the generating the PWM signal. So I hope that in last semester, yes, so you have gone through the various types of the digital modulations. So in that, one of the modulation is that the PWM, pulse width modulation. So that type of signals also we can generate by using the pic. So what is the use of that, the practical applications? So that you can also search, or in coming sessions we will study. Then SPI. So this is the serial peripheral interface. Serial communication it is used, that is the USART, and this I2C. So USART, that is we have studied in the 8051 also. So what is the long form for that? Anyone is remembering? No, okay, no issue. So it is universal serial asynchronous receiver and transmitter. So that is used for the serial communication. So plus the CPU, that is ALU, it is there, and only 35 instructions are here. With that the interrupts are also there. So how many interrupts are there? So that we will see in the coming part. Then WDT. So that is also additional, it is there. So for your sake, just I'm telling that this is the watchdog timer. So it's look or funny in hearing only, but it is having a specific function. So what is that? So that also we will see here. Then how many ports are there? So if you are remembering, for 8051 it was having the 4 ports of 8 bit each. पण जसं आपण बघितलं की एक्सटर्नल मेमरी इंटरफेस करताना फक्त रीड बार आणि WR बार साठी आपल्याला थर्ड पोर्ट वापरावा लागत होता. म्हणजे 8 पिन पैकी फक्त 2 पिन आपण वापरत होतो. सो अननेसेसरी द अदर पिन्स हॅज टू बी गेट एंगेज्ड. बट हिअर दॅट दे हॅव मेड मॉडिफिकेशन, की 5 पोर्ट त्यांनी डिझाईन केलेले आहेत आणि प्रत्येकाची कॅपॅसिटी ही वेगवेगळी आहे. जशी पोर्ट ए आहे 6 पिनचा, पोर्ट ई आहे 3 पिनचा, आणि BCD आहेत 8 पिनचे. सो लाईक दिस द पोर्ट्स दे हॅव डिझाईन्ड. 6 पिन, 8 पिन, 8 पिन, 8 पिन आणि 3 पिन. That is what? So total it will be 8 into 3, that is a 24, 24 and 6, 30, 30 and 3, 33. So total 33 pins are available for IO operation. 33 pins are available for IO operation, that is input output operation in PIC. In addition to that, SFR, that is the common one. RAM, so the size it is written in the bracket, so it is different from that of 8051. 8051 मध्ये RAM किती होती हो? It was 128. So here it is increase, that is 368. Then program memory म्हणजे ROM. So it is 8K. आणि 8051 मध्ये किती होती हो? It was of 4 kilobyte. So that is what the main differences are. Plus additional here the flash memory it is they have provided, that is EEPROM. So I hope this you all are knowing this, what is EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read only memory. So it is having the 256 bytes. Then reset circuitry is there and the power supply circuitry. So power supply is also having the not exactly 5 volt, so it can work from 2 volt to 5.5 volt. So that flexibility they have given here, as the fluctuations and the other things are there in the industries. So for that sake they have made this additional facility. So the same architecture, I just copied the another one so that it is having the 3D effect. So you can just observe the same things are here, but a little impressive it has been kept here. Yes, this one is we remained, that is timers. So in timer for 8051, so there were two 16-bit timers, is it, if you are remembering? So here they have provided the three timers with different capabilities or different capacity. So that also we will see that the T0 8-bit, T1 16-bit, and T2 again 8-bit. So like that, this is the configuration or the setup. It is been prepared internally for this particular pick, and this is model wise. So this is the for the generalized. This is one. So this RAM 368 or program memory 8K. So that is model wise. If model is going to be changed, so definitely this size is also going to be vary. It depends on that the particular manufacturer. Okay, so this is what architecture of pick we have gone through in this particular slide. Next part it comes for the respective pinout diagram. So this is what the pinout diagram for pick 16F877A. So it is a vast functioning in that it is having the 40 pins only, like that our 8051, but each pin is allotted more work or more function as compared to the 8051. So in 8051 only one or two functions it was allotted for few of the pins, but here every pin is having one, two, three, four functions. Single pin can work for four different ways. So that is what it is, the detailed pinout diagram for this pick. So I am expecting from you just you draw it. You should draw it right now. I will wait for 5 minutes so that एकदा हाताखालनं ही पिनआउट डायग्राम गेली म्हणजे कसं की ह्याच्या पुढे जे आपण काही शिकणार आहोत तर त्याचा थोडासा रेफरन्स लागेल. कारण हा बघितली चला पुढं मग ह्याच्यात काय आहे, कुठली पिन कुठं आहे, काय आपण लिहिलं होतं. सो दॅट यू विल बी इझिली आयडेंटिफाय वेन स्टडिंग. तर फक्त पिनआउट डायग्राम अँड इट्स कुठले कुठले फंक्शन प्रत्येक पिनला दिलेले आहेत. सो आय एम एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम यू दॅट जस्ट पुट ऑन अ पेपर. मोठी डायग्राम काढा, एक पेज पूर्ण जाऊ द्या त्याच्यासाठी, नो इश्यू. 40 पिनची IC आहे. And as it is, you just make it zoom and write it properly, all the nominations for each pin. Then we will go one by one that what is this pin 1, pin 2. So that is also in your words you can prepare the notes, that is pin 1 कशासाठी वापरतात, pin 2 कशासाठी वापरतात, because in the book or in the Google you will get the technical language, but for your sake, how to remember, how to just recall that, so in your words you can easily write. So first start and draw this diagram. I hope all are drawing the same diagram. Don't make shortcut over here that सरांना कुठं दिसतंय, माझ्याकडे पेनच नाही, कागदच नाही, असली कारण नका देऊत. Don't get such excuses to you. Put today's date also. We have started the section second, and in that the first unit we have started. Give the heading that pinout diagram of PIC 16F877A and draw this particular diagram. So whatever the internal architecture we have seen, so to for that sake only, for connection sake only, the pins are given outside. So the names are also given there because so many functions we have seen internally, and the same it is to be achieved by using these 40 pins. So all are informed to draw this pinout diagram. So all are here. I will just check out for 1 2 minute. Those who are not present, let us see. Karan Shinde, are you there?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. So have you drawn this pinout diagram?
Yes, sir, I'm drawing.
Okay, very good. Continue. Omkar, Lad.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Roll number 36.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So those who have not appeared for the yesterday's test, so today I'm going to open the link from 11:30 to 12:30. So if you are interested, so I'm giving one more chance to just appear for the test and you can submit your paper. So 11:30 to 12:30 today. The same exam yesterday's. But I'm giving the chance to you. So those who won't appear, they can attend that. Roll number 11. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I heard, madam. Thank you. Okay. I hope you have started and right. It's the rough diagram you can draw by pen. काय काय ते टर्मिनॉलॉजीज आहेत तर दॅट इज टू बी अंडरस्टँड बाय यू सो दॅट्स वाय कारण एवढं कॉम्प्लिकेटेड एवढं दिलेलं आहे की कुठं काय आहे आणि काय नाही आहे सो द मेजर dividation also they have did by the color हिरवा कलर जांभळा कलर निळा कलर ब्राउन कलर in that way. So now you can stop whatever you have drawn. Okay, fine. Just complete it afterwards. Major तुम्हाला ह्याचं डिस्क्रिप्शन सांगतो. In the next session only we are going to see in the detail. 5 पोर्ट आहेत ह्याला जसे 8051 ला 4 होते तसे. So you can, if you are able to see the cursor, port A, port B, port C divide केलेला आहे. निम्मा इकडे ठेवलाय निम्मा इकडे ठेवलाय. पोर्ट डी सुद्धा निम्मा इथं आहे निम्मा इथं आहे. सो वाय डिड अँड थर्ड हिअर ऑल्सो 3 पार्ट मध्ये डिवाइड केलेला आहे पोर्ट डी. त्यांच्या डिझाईन मध्ये अडचण येत असेल म्हणून इकडच्या लाईन इथं थोड्या लाईन्स तिथं थोड्या पिन तिथं फॉर सिम्प्लिसिटी त्यांनी इंटरनली हे डिझाईन केलं असेल पण जसं आहे तसं वी सपोज टू यूज इट नाव. So D port 3 parts they have did here, that is 19, 20, 21, 22, त्यानंतर 27, 28, 29, 30 like that. And port E कुठे दिसतोय हो? So here is that port E which is having the 3 bit or 3 pins only 8, 9, 10. पण वर्किंग बघा प्रत्येक पिन साठी RE1 म्हणजे हे पोर्टचं नाव आहे RE0, RE1 आणि RE2. मग एका पिनला RD बार, WR बार, CS बार ऑल आर ऍक्टिव्ह लो. ऍक्च्युली इथे त्यांनी ह्या डायग्राम मध्ये त्यांना मे बी देता आलेलं नाहीये ते परंतु सगळे ऍक्टिव्ह लो आहेत. आणि AN5, AN6, AN7 तर दिस इज स्टँड्स फॉर अॅनालॉग इनपुट. इनपुट आउटपुट म्हणून पण वापरता येतात, कंट्रोल सिग्नल म्हणून पण वापरता येतात आणि अॅनालॉग सिग्नल अॅनालॉग इनपुट म्हणून सुद्धा वापरता येतात. सो लाईक दॅट सेम पिन यूज फॉर द डिफरंट फंक्शन्स बट वन ॲट अ टाइम. एक तर तुम्ही अॅनालॉग इनपुट म्हणून वापरा नाहीतर कंट्रोल लाईन्स म्हणून वापरा किंवा इनपुट आउटपुट पोर्ट म्हणून वापरा. लाईक दॅट. तर असे हे प्रत्येक पिनचे 3 4 फंक्शन्स आहेत. मेनली इट इज हॅव्हिंग द 5 पोर्ट. 5 पोर्ट मी प्रत्येकाची कॅपॅसिटी तुम्हाला सांगितलेली आहे. ए पोर्ट आहे बघा बरं, ए पोर्ट किती पिनचा आहे इथे दिलेलं आहे मोठ्या अक्षरात, इफ यू कॅन सी, 6 पिनचा. बी पोर्ट आहे 8 पिनचा. सी पोर्ट आहे 8 पिनचा. डी पोर्ट पण आहे 8 पिन आणि ई पोर्ट आहे 3 पिन. असे टोटल 33 पिन्स ह्याच्यातच इन्व्हेस्ट झालेले आहेत इन पोर्ट आयओ पोर्ट. 33. आता राहिल्या 7 पिन. The remaining 7 pins are, if you are observing, pin number 11 आणि 32. VDD, VDD. 2 VCC आहेत आणि नाही 12 pin it is for ground, VSS. So 12 and 31. So they are the ground. म्हणजे 2 ग्राउंड आहेत आणि 2 VCC आहेत. तर हे कशासाठी दिलेलं आहे, तर ह्याच्यामध्ये एवढे फंक्शन्स आहेत की एडीसी पण आहे, कंपॅरेटर पण आहे. तर एकाच वेळेस प्रत्येकावर म्हणजे ओव्हर हेडेक होऊ नये म्हणून हे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केलेले आहेत सप्लाय. तर एक सप्लाय ह्याच्यासाठी, दुसरा दुसऱ्या कामासाठी, असं म्हणून त्यांनी 2 VCC आणि 2 ग्राउंड दिलेले आहेत. तर ह्या 4 पिन झाल्या 7 पैकी. त्यानंतर राहिल्या ऑसिलेटर, क्रिस्टल लावायसाठी. जसं आपण 8051 मध्ये बघितलं की क्रिस्टल एक्सटर्नली लावावं लागतं, तर तसंच पिन नंबर 13 आणि 14. सो दॅट इज यूज फॉर दॅट रिस्पेक्टिव्ह वर्क, की ह्याच्यातून तुम्ही ऑसिलेटर लावू शकता आणि इंटरनली इट विल जनरेट द क्लॉक सिग्नल. तर त्यासाठी ह्या 2 पिन वापरलेले आहेत. So like this, the distribution of all these 40 pins they did over here. And which pin is remain now? 7th pin. Can anyone tell me? Just unmute yourself and tell me. 31 पिन पोर्टला गेल्या, 4 पिन्स VCC आणि ग्राउंडला गेल्या, 2 पिन ऑसिलेटरला गेल्या, 39 झाल्या. 1 पिन राहिली, ती कुठली? So if you have given the attentive here, so definitely you are able to tell me which pin is remained to explain by me. 39 pins overall I have explained. 1 pin is remained. So that is pin number 1. Got it? So if you can zoom and see the color, so that is not a part of port A. So pin number 1, it is MCLR. That is master clear. So how it is going to work? What is its use? When it is going to use? So in next session we are going to see. So I hope this is what the primary introduction I have given of PIC. Now you can put the attendance. Don't forget to put your name, number in the chat box and you can leave. Thank you.